We live in an era where wealth has become as abstract as the air we breathe. In the modern landscape, our assets are no longer just gold in a vault or land under our feet. They are lines of code, digital protocols, and synthetic representations of value that fluctuate with the speed of light. To many, this volatility is a source of constant, gut-wrenching anxiety. We check our screens at 3 a.m. Our hearts racing with every red candle on a chart, feeling like our entire future is being liquidated in real time. Welcome back to the Synthetix Stoic. Today, we are applying the iron mind to the most chaotic frontier of our time. The Stoic approach to synthetic assets and market volatility. We are here to ensure that while the markets move, your soul remains unshakable. Chapter 1. The dichotomy of market control. The foundation of finance is often built on the illusion of control. We spend thousands of hours analyzing data, reading alpha in Telegram groups, and trying to predict the unpredictable. But a Synthetix Stoic begins with a brutal truth. You do not control the market. You do not control the Federal Reserve, the sudden shift in a protocol's liquidity, or the irrational panic of a million other traders. In the world of synthetic assets, this dichotomy is even more pronounced. These assets are derivatives of reality, complex, fast, and prone to extreme swings. If you tie your internal piece to your P&L statement, you are a slave to a digital ghost. Your folder A consists only of your research, your entry and exit strategy, and your emotional discipline. Folder B, the actual price action, is indifferent. When you place a trade or hold an asset, you have done your part. The outcome belongs to the universe. By surrendering the need to control the chart, you reclaim the power to control your mind. Chapter 2. Decoupling value from virtue signals. One of the greatest challenges of the digital age is that our wealth has become synthetic in more ways than one. It feels less real, making the losses feel more personal and the gains feel more intoxicating. We are tempted to define our worth by the numbers on a screen. But Stoicism reminds us that value and virtue are the only things that cannot be liquidated. Seneca once said, "He is a great man who uses earthenware dishes as if they were silver. But he is equally great who uses silver as if it were earthenware." Applied to the Synthetix Hub, this means maintaining the same internal state whether your portfolio is at its peak or its floor. If you are arrogant when you are winning and devastated when you are losing, you are not a master. You are a victim of circumstance. To master your emotions in a volatile market, you must decouple your identity from your digital assets. You are the consciousness observing the wealth, not the wealth itself. Chapter 3. Volatility as a proving ground. Most people view market volatility as a threat. The Stoic views it as a gymnasium for the soul. A calm sea never made a skilled sailor, and a stable market never built a resilient investor. Every crash, every black swan event, and every period of extreme uncertainty is a stress test for your character. When the market drops 30% in an hour, what is your first instinct? Is it panic or is it observation? This is the Stoic pause in action. Volatility is simply data in motion. It is an opportunity to practice premeditatio meliorem, to have already visualized the crash, so that when it arrives, it is not a surprise, but a scheduled event. If you have prepared your inner citadel, the red candles on the screen are just pixels. They have no power to breach your fortress unless you open the gates. Chapter 4. The logic of the long game. Logos. The digital world thrives on low time preference. It wants you to chase the immediate hit, the 100x gain, and the instant gratification. But Stoicism is built on logos, the rational order, and the long-term perspective. The market is a mechanism for transferring wealth from the impatient to the patient. Strategic silence is your greatest asset here. While the crowd is shouting on social media about the latest pump or dump, the Synthetix Stoic is focused on the underlying logic. You don't need to react to every signal. You don't need to be part of the noise. By maintaining a high time preference and a disciplined focus, you allow the chaos of the short term to wash over you without pulling you under. You are not trading numbers. You are trading discipline for freedom. Chapter 5. Amor Fati and the Liquidated Ego. Finally, we must face the ultimate test, the possibility of total loss. In the world of synthetic assets and higher risk protocols, the shipwreck is a real possibility. Amor Fati, love your fate means that even if your portfolio goes to zero, you find the fuel for your next evolution. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, became a philosopher because he lost everything in a shipwreck. He famously said, "I made a prosperous voyage when I suffered shipwreck." If a market event wipes out your digital assets, it has actually given you something far more valuable, a clean slate and a test of your true resilience. If you can stand in the ruins of a failed trade and still act with integrity and logic, you have won a game that most people don't even know they are playing. You have synthesized loss into wisdom. Conclusion: The Unshakable Investor. We have explored the dichotomy of control, the decoupling of identity, and the love of market fate. These are the protocols of the iron mind. The digital markets will continue to be a storm of signals and noise, but you are the rock that the waves break against. Thank you for joining us at the Synthetix Stoic. As you go back to your screens and your strategies, remember that your greatest asset is not in your wallet, is in your character. Turn off the noise, trust your logic, and master the volatility from within. Stay focused, stay synthesized, stay stoic.